All right, let's try it again. Good evening. I don't know, man. I don't know what happened, man. I had to reboot my whole computer. I was like, man, what is going on? I haven't had any issues, period. This is my first time ever having that issue. All that work I put in to getting everything kind of prepped. And I was like, oh, man, I got everything done. I'm early. Man, this voice pretty much just went down the drain. It is what it is, man. I just, what's going on, CMG, man? Man, I hate when things go wrong, especially after you figure much you think you did everything right, and then some things happen that you don't have no control over, and then that was one of them situations. What's going on, Basil YT? What's going on? How you doing, my brother? Change your name again, Basil TT. Was it TTV? TTV. I'm trying to remember everybody that was in here earlier. I'm trying to get them on the board because they was here. Geeky Chick, I know, was jumped on. I see my boy Steve M is in the building. Steve, man, I seen that that article you posted in Discord, man, about your partner's daughter, man. I thought that was super dope. Super dope. Matter of fact, I copied that article and I posted it on my Facebook. I just thought that was just a dope article. What's going on, Candy? How you doing? Hey, Geeky. Yeah, so on so this past weekend, I had to DJ 3 events. On Friday, I did the 6th grade dance. I guess you call it 6th grade formal, but then on Saturday, I did the 7th and 8th grade formal. And man, them middle schoolers, man, they different. Them tackles is different. I mean, they were hype. I learned some songs that I learned a song and I was like, what is this? But hold on, let me see if I still got that song. Y'all might know some of y'all might know what it is, but it's this song that these kids went crazy off of. Where is, please let it show up. It's called Wu-Tang With It. I don't know what it was. It's called Wu-Tang With It. And I'll tell you, it's this, oh man, that song is, I had to make sure I had it because the 6th graders put me up on it. And matter of fact, the girl kept pressuring me she was like, please play it. It's appropriate. Please play it. And so I made it the last song. And when I say them 6th graders, first night was the 6th graders. The 6th graders went crazy. They went bananas off this one song. I said, okay, I got to play it the next night. And so the 6th graders, you know how these kids are nowadays, man. They get their phones out, they recording everything. So, it's live. I mean, for the 6th graders, it's live. Everybody dancing. I mean, it was live. And so, of course, they put a lot of it on social media, which made the 7th and 8th graders hyped for the next night. And when I got to the school, and I'm pulling up, and it didn't start. It started at 6:30, and I got to the gym around 5:45. When I say it was a line of cars that had to go about maybe a half a mile long, waiting to get in. All was like, oh my goodness, what did I get into? And when I tell you, man, them jokers was sharp. You know what? Some of these sixth graders, man, I was like, man, why your mama let you out the house like that? I mean, they was looking like way too grown. What's going on, good people? My boy, CT. I get him on the board. I got to get Candy on the board too. Hold on, very quick. I know I can't do two things at one time, but with them middle schoolers, man, they was crazy, man, crazy. I had a good time though. I mean, DJing for crowds like that is fun. I don't care anybody saying when you can get them singing, and you know what they out there just bout it. They just like not a care in the world. I loved it. Yeah, but that energy was different, man. I haven't felt that in a long time. So you know, shout out to Rockmart Middle School, man. They was doing their thing. Let me get some more people on this board. CT in the building, Shot Town. Oh, Baz, that's you said, no, I'm watching another stream while watching yours. Okay, you watch me on Twitch. All right, got you. Thoroughly understand that. All right, I got CMG on the board. What's going on, Quay? What's going on? I hope the sound sounds right, man. I went a long stream without having an issue. So evening, EA for sale about 6 months after launch. Guerrilla Tactics, what's going on, my brother? Let's see. I gotta read what the Guerrilla Tactics said. Let me get through the comments. I'm gonna come back to Guerrilla Tactics talk about, because he just said I rebuild the short Pistons 2K. Okay, all right, bet. I'm gonna read that in a second. So hey, don't forget, good people, saying the Discord is in the chat. If you have not joined my Discord yet, feel free to tag on that link in the chat, and especially if you're on YouTube. I don't have it in the chat on anywhere else but YouTube. So, but there it is right there on the screen if you want to copy it down. But if you hop onto the YouTube stream, you can just click on the link and you can join the Discord. My boy CMG, what's going on with you? He said what up to the chat. Battle YT said yo. Kiki said hey. Kenny said what up everybody. CT says Shot Town watching. And yeah, know something different was Basil YT's Twitch. Y'all go ahead and follow on. I'm assuming, Basil, you are streaming also on Twitch. So you guys got a Twitch account. Go ahead, follow Basil Y. It's Basil TTV. Go ahead and follow him, man. Get him the follow. Quake 311 says, even at all, EA for sale about 6 months after launch. He. Great Attack said, I rebuild your Pistons in NBA 2K22. Point guard. Oh man, listen, man. Low key, man. The Pistons should have picked up for real Fred VanVleet, because I thought he was like they was looking at him like last year. They should have picked him up. Gary Payton the second. All right, now Chris Porzingis. Is he a free agent this year? Chris Bosh, Isaiah Stewart. Oh, Isaiah Stewart, man, a beast, man. Candy said, hey, Gaming Dad, did you manage to see the article I posted on Discord? Yeah, I don't think that's true though. I did see the article. I think that might have been some satire. Cause I don't think Nintendo is gonna flat out ban women. They will have, the backlash would be so swift, it'd be crazy. But I did see the article though. I'm so glad you participating on Discord. What's going on? I hope I'm saying it. I bet you one day I'll probably figure it out that I'm probably not saying that. But Beige 6410, what's going on? Welcome. Got you on the board. Evil Dead needs to hurry up and come to the Switch. So I love playing demons. You know what though? I watched your stream when you was playing it, man. I was like, man, that game looked good. So I'm not streaming on Twitch yet, but thinking about it, man. Listen, you stream on YouTube. What you should do, Basil YT, is do like I do. and it's free. Go ahead and sign up for Restream. It's free. And this way you can link your Twitch. And cause right now, like I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube. It doesn't cost me any money. They do it for free. And you can, and it's free. The site is called Restream. Just go to Restream, put your stuff in there, and man, you can whenever you stream on YouTube, you know what? You'll also stream on Twitch. Tell you, man, it's a win-win. What's going on here, gamers, man? Listen, man, please listen. Accept my apology, man. I don't know what happened with the last string. I just know that I'm mad because I set everything up and had everything ready to go, had everything blasted out like it's supposed to, and then everything kind of just freaked out on me. I had to reboot my whole computer. I was like, man, because I rebooted the software and that didn't do it. But when I rebooted the whole computer, it did it. So something on the Apple side. Maybe I mean, leaving it on too long. I don't know. All I know is mad. So I certainly hope so, but I keep seeing it. You know what? Yeah, I think people keep posting, but there's no way Nintendo sets themselves up for that backlash. Because if that is true, boy, the heat gonna come so furious, so fierce. SOC, man, what's going on, man? How you doing, man? Almost want to say Happy New Year to you. I haven't seen you so long time. Hey, y'all, sorry I've been away from the chat for a bit, but I'm back. That's all right. I'm just glad you okay. SOC on the board. He said I picked up Switch Sports. Super good, man. Super good, man. Listen, I've been playing because this is like this upcoming week for me. It's like the last week of school. And so I have been playing with my students, because their work is pretty much done. Matter of fact, they got finals on Tuesday in my class, and that's it for the rest of the week, man. It's gonna be Switch Sports tournaments, ridiculous in my classroom. So, but yeah, man, that game is super good. Like tonight, I'm gonna make sure I get in a couple games of tennis and a game of bowling. Got to get it in before I go to sleep tonight. Oh, I thought it was you, just you showing us your new Dubstep track. I wish it was just that simple. What's going on, Dave? Let me get you on the board, my brother. Dave W. It's funny, like, you know what, Dave? My first name is David as well, and my brother's name is William. So every time I see your name, I just think of my brother. Like, oh, that's my brother. But Dave William said hello to everyone. What article you talking about by chance? It's an article saying that Nintendo is banning all female drivers, like all female characters as drivers in the game. I hope that's not true, but I think that's kind of satire. I just can't foresee Nintendo just making that bold statement for no apparent reason. What anti-consumer move is Nintendo pulling out? Right, listen, that would be like that would be like Nintendo saying, listen, you know what? We're just tired of making money. We don't want any more money. We just wanted to stop for no apparent reason. We're just gonna pull this extra sexist move and just like not have any females in the game. Any female character that's asinine. I just think that would be a appetite for destruction. Shout out to NWA. Says Quay says it's definitely a gag about the listen. I'm glad Quay brought that up. That's the reason why I believe it's fake, is because you know what, Saudi Arabia purchased 5% of Nintendo, and everybody's been going crazy. And you know everything about Saudi Arabia and how they their views on women and things of that nature. Don't believe the hype. That's definitely not a Nintendo. That's somebody playing on it because Saudi Arabia just bought 5% of Nintendo. But I'm gonna speak upon that real quick. I don't think it's like a lot of people make it a big deal because it's it's real clickbaity, and I didn't want to do a video or anything about it. But however, I figured I would address it tonight. It's not a big deal. But I think one thing we all got to pay attention to is if they continue to buy. That's the issue. I think everybody need to, not this first initial 5%. Yeah, it's a big piece, but you got to pay attention to how much more they end up buying within the next year or two, because they own 98% of SNK, which I did not know until this article came out. That was crazy. But it didn't just start off with them coming in buying 98%. They started buying little small pieces. And before you know it, they was at 95%. So by Nintendo being a publicly traded company, you just got to pay attention to that. That's to me, as Nintendo fans, it's not a big deal right now, but your eyes should be open and paying attention to how much more they end up buying. And best believe, man, because Nintendo fan base is crazy, they're gonna really, really pay attention to this. Yeah. So right now, listen, I'm not tripping. But I will be watching and keep my, every now and then I might do a research, like, hey, Saudi Arabia, Nintendo, just to figure out, like, hey, have they bought any more? That's where, if I tell you, if by the end of the year it go from 5% to 10%, then I think you need to start worrying. Crazy, right? But they got the money. Listen, if they really, really wanted to, they got the money to say, you know what? We can buy Nintendo. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. I would be sad. I ain't gonna lie. He says definitely a gag about Saudi Arabia banning women on Nintendo. At the end of the article, it said Metro Prime 4 was canceled. Of course, we know that's not canceled. So yes, I don't think that article is truthful. Thanks, Quake. Is yeah, Hard Drive is a great satire website. Yeah, that's how I figured as much. We're tired of making money. Yeah, that can tell you if they made that decision, that would be it. That would be like, all right, we're done. Oh man, this is hope everyone bought whatever on the Wii U and 3DS shop before all the credit cards are no longer work. Yeah, they're doing some bunch of crazy stuff with and you know what the bad part about I watched I watched today RGT85. I really like RGT85 only because he said like it is. Some of his jokes though about God, I'm like, but everything else, man, he just pretty much a straight shooter, and I can respect that. But Game Explain, I guess, question Nintendo and say, hey, what's going on with this here? We have no comment. Oh, that's not good. That's definitely in Guerrilla Tactics' voice, not very consumer friendly. Or it's the Guerrilla Tactics ever best pirate. Yeah, every time I see Guerrilla Tactics name, I want to say, "Arr, matey, shiver me timbers, give me your ROMs and all your games. I play it on my Steam Deck." Saudi Arabia buys 50% of Nintendo. All female Mii's now. Come on. Oh man. Yeah, man. Listen, I don't know, man. That's that whole situation is kind of crazy. But I think as fans, you gotta pay attention, man. This is what can happen being a publicly traded company. You want them investments, but do you really want them investments? Yeah. So listen, good people, listen. I wasted quite a bit of time with my technical issues, and so let's go ahead and get into some of this news because a whole lot of news going on right now. But I definitely want to attack this issue right here. Apple in talks to buy EA Gaming. Disney and Amazon also potential suitors. EA trying to get paid, man. Listen, them EA shareholders was like, hey, man, if they dishing out money like this, let me get in what I fit in. Now, I would tell you, I don't know. Listen, do I feel like EA should be bought? I don't know, man. That's a hard one. Like, I don't know if they should be bought, but I don't know what company I would want to have them. You know what? Of course, you know that my bias would say, you know what, Nintendo sweep on in and get them, but Nintendo's not gonna do that, which would be stupid. I think they got some IPs that make them a lot of money. However, if PlayStation, if PlayStation really, if Sony really want to do a boss move and shake up the industry, pick up EA. If Sony would listen, and I'm not even champion for this. I'm not champion. I don't want Sony to buy it. But if Sony were to do this, I mean, this would really punch Xbox in the jaw. It would really, and vice versa. If somehow Xbox found some more money and they found some more money and it was like, hey, you know what? Let me go in and pick this one up. Now, if they did that, I don't think the sale it wouldn't go through for one. But if somehow they made it went through, man, then Xbox would be in the driver's seat. I think they would be in the driver's seat, buddy. Whew. But I don't know, man. Now let's look at also this. Let's look at if this article is true. This say if Apple pulls the Houdini and picks this company up, because Apple got the money. Apple got the money to pay. You know what? I don't know how much EA will be worth. Maybe 30 billion. I think EA. What's going on, Samantha? How you doing? Let me get you on the board. Hold on. I'm gonna pull this out real quick just to put Samantha on the board, because I know I'll get to talking and forget. How are you doing today? I love Samantha. Samantha be coming in. She be getting her peeking. She peeking. She like that grandma to come around the corner seeing what you doing. What you doing, baby? What you doing over there? What you doing? Let's look at some comments real quick. So speaking of Gaming Dad, you ready for WWDC Apple's event in exactly 2 weeks? I am. But I'm kind of like, I don't go in with high expectations for this event. I'm more excited for like the iPhone event than WWDC. So if I get something good out of WDC, which is great, because really to me WDC kind of really starts off the video game explosion. You know, it's gonna be really jumping these next couple weeks. You know, especially with all kind of news from the tech industry to video games. These next couple weeks is gonna be great. So yeah, I'm excited, but it's not super excited. I've tamed my expectations. RIP to me as EA customer. Ooh, if either 3 of these companies buy EA, I don't use any of them, sir. Come on now. You said I think if any of those companies pick up EA, I think EA is still gonna be the same EA for the next year or two. Because these companies want that train of money is gonna keep going. And so to disturb Madden, it's a no-go. You know, without Madden, there's really no EA Sports, man. I mean, yeah, you had NBA, you had Lakers versus Celtics. If you go way back in EA's history, you know what, they had Lakers versus Celtics. And you know, then of course it was morphed into NBA Live. But it was nothing like Madden. Even Madden without any NFL license, the very first Madden was still like, okay, this was the GOAT. I remember playing the very first Madden on the Genesis, and it wasn't the first Madden, it was the first Madden to come to consoles. And I used to play with San Francisco 49ers. Of course, it was just San Francisco. That's all you had. And man, you couldn't beat that crossing route. Man, that crossing route to come up across, somehow it would pick that man just a tad bit. Man, I'll kill people to crossing route. Okay, I digress. Whole nother story. But no, I'm not gonna give up on EA. If either companies was to buy in, I would. To me, if you're more of like the Battlefield and there are other entities, you would, to me, you would worry about the sports side of it. Nah, it'd be all right. Unless they do something stupid like made Madden free to play, and then it goes down hard. If they did that, I would keep my current copy. I would buy an old version of Madden and just play that one ridiculous and update all the rosters. I wouldn't dare go to the free to play route, because I don't even play Madden Mobile. I don't like Madden Mobile because of the stuff they make you do. I just like to get in, play me a game or two, and call it a day. If EA gets acquired, the only good news is that the NFL's license may not be exclusive to the once the current deal expires in 2024. Expire. Okay, NFL 2K24. Get it? Listen, I don't know how much money 2K Games has, but man, I would love for them to buy. That would be a move. I'd be like, okay, I would totally agree with them buying EA Sports. They don't need to buy the whole brand. Just buy EA Sports. Now that would be checkmate, buddy. Samantha says she's fine. How's everyone? We are doing wonderful. I wasn't doing wonderful earlier, man. Everything kind of went out on me. It was crazy. Had a bunch of feedback. It was just like, I don't know, like my computer was having a seizure or something. EA is worth about 30 billion, but EA Sport gets to 1 or 2 billion. I don't know, man. Well, you know what, think about. You know what? You might be right. I would say more 2-3 billion, because Madden is still massive. I think losing the FIFA license is probably going to hurt them more than they think. I think EA is a little cocky, and that FIFA name reigns supreme. You can call it soccer or football or what you want to call it, but that name FIFA has weight. So it's going to be interesting to see how things kind of unfold. I don't see a new FIFA game coming this year. If it does, I don't know who does it. Like who makes that game for them? Per year, I say Apple offers 5 to 10 billion for EA Sports only. I don't know, man. What other? Let's look at all their. They have Battlefield. They have Dead Space. They don't have any. Like, okay, they have what's that? There's Don't they have what BioShock? Not BioShock, but Mass Effect. Is Mass Effect an EA game? So they got a couple, you know what I'm saying, but they don't have any, like, besides Madden. Madden is that consistent powerhouse for them. Madden and FIFA. And I don't think, with the amount of money those games generate on a yearly basis, I think those games alone pushes them into like the 2 or 3 billion. They make so much money throughout the year on side stuff. WWDC is great because I love seeing what they are adding to iOS 16. Yeah, that and I like this. I like WDC. Don't get me wrong. I just taper my expectations for it. I kind of want to see if they're going to announce any new hardware. But more than likely they won't. But you just never know. I was gonna be nice. I wasn't gonna say nothing, Guerrilla Tactics. I wasn't. But let me get the SOC's comment. He said EA owns a lot of stuff, just very low key. I've been noticing it more often. Look into everything EA owns. It's a lot. So you think it's a possibility that EA might just, I don't think they want to do that though, because according to the article I read, that the current CEO is looking to stay in his current position if they are bought. So we'll see. I know his Celtics are playing right now, but Mendez needs to show up so I can talk trash to him. Remember, Celtics in 4, then 5. Now they're down 2-1 in the series. I wasn't gonna say nothing. I wasn't. I forget they do have on Jagger and Age. I wasn't gonna say nothing about this, but I was gonna, I was gonna let it be. They are down 2-0. Mass Effect, Dead Space, Dragon Age, Madden, Battlefield, FIFA, The Sims. People, you know what? You forget about The Sims because they don't market it like they should. They have made some dumb decisions that have cost them, I'm gonna say, millions of dollars, man. Because if they would have dropped The Sims on the Switch at the height of the height of the pandemic, just imagine. I don't think what you call that game, Animal Crossing would have sold as many if Sims would have dropped as well, because they've been battling one another. So EA dropped the ball on that one big time. They should have had that game in development as soon as Nintendo hit 50 million. They should have had that game in development, just like they should have had Madden in development. And every time I play Madden on the Steam Deck, I'm constantly reminded, like, ooh, Nintendo, listen, EA, you missed out on some money because you could have had me. You could have had me a long time ago if you had a yearly iteration of Madden. Or even if, bring back NBA Live. All I care. They own a lot of third-party studios that have a lot of games. Yeah, but with a lot of games and a lot of studios come a lot of employees with a lot of overhead. Now I think that a lot of companies looking at that like, hey, do I want to take on all these payrolls? That's that. I mean, I can see them eating up, at their sports division with no problem, because of they make Madden every year, and Madden is super popular. That's right, Apex Legends. I forgot about Apex Legends. It's a massive EA game, especially right. So you think about it, you take FIFA, Madden, and Apex Legends, games that make them tons of money outside of just the game, just all the extra microtransactions that they get out of those games. I mean, that's why I can say, at EA, even for the Madden and FIFA, man, you can see them being worth, 2 or 3 billion because of what they have to offer outside of that. So it's just gonna be interesting, man. You know what? Let me get back to the story. It's gonna be interesting to see how this kind of unravels rather. But man, that will be crazy if Apple bought EA. I don't know how they would market it, how they would better use that, but it is what it is. All right, good people. Let's see. What I wanted to talk about. I think we touched the base on this here, and like I'm gonna reiterate this here. Like, hey, you know what? This is not a big deal right now, but you know what? This can turn into a very huge deal on a lot of different levels if that 5% jumps to 10, 15%. Because when you own 15% of the company, you have a lot more say, and it's things they're going to have to be forced to consider. They're going to have to answer certain questions because they're such a large shareholder, right? And so they have, with that kind of power, you have the ability to, like, as much as you got the ability to buy, you have the ability to sell, which can overall affect Nintendo's ability to produce. But with this kind of investment, also, it can also help accelerate certain things within Nintendo that kind of can work for us as well. So no big deal right now. Calm down, people. Calm down. Bruh, 5 minutes left in the first quarter, and Miami has only scored 1 point. Golly. Man, that's defense, buddy. That is defense. Oh, man. Here's all the presser filling the vacuum left by E3. Is it Shabbily? Zombie Corpse. Shabbily Zombie Corpse. Whatever. Let's get into what we can expect these next couple weeks starting. Of course, you got WDC. It's gonna kick some things out. Matter of fact, I think no, this week. Hold on, what's today? I know later this week you have Star Wars. Star Wars kicks it off really first. Later this week, and then next week we have WWDC, and then on was it June 9th? What is June 9th? Summer Games Fest is Thursday, June 9th at 2 p.m. Which should be good. Let's see. This is not E3 season kicks off with Summer Games Fest, a digital showcase where we're in game industry hype man Jeff Keighley gets on the stage to talk about the world exclusives and world premieres in between a slew of trailers for games we've seen before. Pretty much every publisher on the planet, from big wigs like 2K and EA to slightly less big wigs like whatever that name is, sign on a board for the last year's event. They whoever wrote this article, man, they extra ignorant. He said June 10th. He said it hold on. Let me go back. Hold on. Kenny says Miami is tired. They've been playing hard as F. Anyways, my uncle works for Nintendo. The direct date is June 11th. All right. No, he said June 10th. Oh, okay. June 10th or June 11th. Which one's going to be? I doubt it's June 10th because it's never on a Friday. If anything, it's going to be like the 13th or 14th. Let's see. Gritty Texas watched them come back and win this game, though. If they come back and win this game after only scoring 1 point, shoot, man. Listen, you might want to pick them to get that dub for the title. I don't know, man. Golden State look too good right now. Man, who did Wiggins dunk on? I saw the clip of Wiggins dunking on somebody from the Mavericks. Was it Djokovic? Not Djokovic, but yeah, was it Djokovic that got dunked on? I don't know who got dunked. I just know he's a white dude. I was like, damn, I couldn't see his number. But he had dunked on for real. All right, let's see. So SOC says June 10th. Nah, it won't be that early. Quay says, my guess is the 14th. They like Tuesday. They like Tuesdays. I don't think it's going to be a Monday. I would love Tuesday the 14th. It would work for me. Guerrilla Tactics. Oh, he said, at Guerrilla Tactics, I believe it. Jimmy Buckets has enough heart to bring them all the way back. And his mid-range game is stupendous. It said, tell your uncle to stop tripping and let grown folks use their credit cards to buy stuff on the yes. And that Nintendo home console that no one bought. Golly, man. Listen, hold on, man. Where my sound effects at? Oh, man. Where are my sound effects? Got the body. I need the explosion. There it is. There's the explosion. We need that. Hey, listen. That was crazy. All right. June 11th. Says the Guerrilla Collective. It says Guerrilla Collective, now in its third year, is showcase focused on indie games. The past 2 years have been quite fun, featuring games from the likes of Neon Doctrine, don't know what that name is, and other offbeat publishers. No reason to expect that this will be any different. Okay. And you know, I would probably watch it on Saturday. It will be something to do. Wholesome Direct though, coming June 11th at 12:30 p.m. So you know your day starts early. 12:30. It says in typical video presses are metal concert. I'm not caring about that. Wholesome Direct is an CUSIT open mic at your local coffee shop rather than a big budget bombshell. The event showcases lighter fare from typical independent developers. Last year's event featured a handful of smaller games that hit big, including the Placeit Fisher. Okay, I'm kidding about that. Sorry. But I will watch Wholesome Direct because, I just never know. You might get a gem out of that bad boy. All right. Future game show Saturday, June 11th. So a lot of things going down Saturday. You know, if your Saturday tied up, you might miss out. Geeky says, Wholesome Direct will be good. Oh, it was Luka who got dunked on. God almighty. God, I mean, he got dunked on for real, for real. I was like, oh. I was driving and was like, oh. I had to put my phone down. So it was Luka and he was pissed. He should have jumped his tail up there. Buddy, stick to offense. Defense is not your cup of tea. You got posterized for the world to see. He said, Air Canada, baby. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Oh man, that was for real, for real. I was like, God, I was so massive. I would have loved to see that live. It's a wicked chop Luka in the throat. Then dunked on him. God almighty. Yeah, buddy. Listen, to me, if that don't light a fire under you to come back and destroy, I would come back ready to destroy them because of that. I would say, man, every time I come on the court, feed me the ball. They're gonna have to double and triple team me. I'm gonna give them that work. Seriously, wait a second. Is that E3? This is the schedule for Summer Games Fest. So yeah, we kind of just going over right now, CMG, figure out, what's to watch. So last thing, a future game show, we talked about that for a hot minute. It says a future game show is an hour-long showcase put on by game. This one right here might be good. I think we probably should not sleep on future game show because Games Radar is where I check their website quite often when I want to know what new games is coming out. So it could be decent. The publication says it'll spotlight 40 games, mostly from mid-sized publishers like Team 17, Thunderful. Yeah, so this one right here should be good. I think if anything that's happening on Saturday, the 11th, I think this the one at 3:00. The future game show will probably be the one to watch. But I'm probably gonna check them all out. I'm trying to think what I might check them all out and take that back. I gotta look at my schedule. Might not be able to make it. I think I might have to work that Saturday. God don't mind. But don't worry. Whatever I work, I'll make sure I try to watch it. But I think that's probably gonna be the best one of the show. Then Sunday night, Xbox and Bethesda game showcase. Let's talk about Xbox for a hot second because Xbox gonna have to show something. I mean, this show was really, really huge, and I have to agree with Spawnwave on this one. They're gonna have to just show the future. They're gonna have to show games that might not be coming out for 2 or 3 years, just to give people an idea. Like, hey, this is what we got to look forward to from Xbox. I would love to see some gameplay of Fable. I would love to see some gameplay of Perfect Dark. But they gotta show some things, man. I think without showing something, I mean, this next year gonna be ugly for them. Well, the next year, but the rest of this year gonna be ugly for Xbox. They gotta give us something to look forward to. I know the Nintendo is coming with an event. I think so too. What's going on? Cool Breezy taking it easy for Sheezy. Get Cool Breeze on the board. Cool Breeze in the building. All right, gotcha. Cool Breeze said, "What's up? What's up? What's up? My end. I'm the man." Yeah, all right. So they got some games to show off, especially with Starfield and what's the red game? I forgot the name of the top of my head. But however, they got some stuff they can show off to get people more excited about them games. But once again, that's 2023. I won't be surprised. I want to know what Xbox going to show for the rest of this year, what they have to offer. I'm looking forward to their future, meaning that what you got planning for 2023 and 2024 that we can wrap our minds around. It says Xbox is definitely in the game. Right now, you feel like Xbox is not in the game because they really don't have nothing for this year. Halo is not performing up to expectations. It get boring real quick, and I hate that because I like Halo. Too much competition though. He said Luka is no Larry Bird. He's not. His jumper is not Larry Bird wise, but you know what? You can't deny his potential. To me, it's going to test him to see how he responds to this. He better respond, because right now he had to hold his. He can have all the accolades he wants to, but he'll go back home looking crazy watching the rest of the series, the rest of the playoffs on TV. He did. Dallas is overmatched. It's the Luka and Brunson show. No one else on the team can get a damn bucket. The power of Clay Fro is too strong. I have to agree, man. Listen. I'm still sticking with Golden State to take the title, man. I think Golden State, man. Even if Miami pulls this one out, man, they beat Boston. I don't think Miami has the defense to stop that juggernaut. To stop them when the guys are clicking, man. It's hard. Like, you might shut down one side of that Golden State team, but you're not gonna get them both, man. You're just not gonna. And they got too much, man. Too much. I just think it's gonna be. Miami it's gonna be Golden State in 6. I won't go to Golden State in 7. I will believe Miami can get a game or 2, but that's if they get through Boston. So I want to be on the board twice. Basil YT, my dog. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Basil YT is on the board twice. Bringing it back from YouTube. Appreciate you, my brother. It says Xbox needs some double A games instead of having all their developers working on AAA games. Having a lower tier title release every few months would help plug in the gaps. I agree. Listen, to me, if they're so buddy with Nintendo, they need to watch what Nintendo was doing, man. And that's one thing I would tilt my hat to Nintendo. They do some things very well, especially with the Switch. Is making sure they have enough games spread out. You know what? They might not have like AAA, all the, like, you're not getting a Mario, Zelda, those, to me, those are like AAA Mario games, but Strikers is like a B+ game. Nintendo Switch Sports is like that B+ game. So they have enough variety coming on a consistent basis with it constantly have you looking at your pocket like, God almighty, man. I don't got that much money, Nintendo. Oh, what's going on? Let me get Cool Breeze Jr. is on the board, ladies and gentlemen. Give me on it. Cool Breezy taking it easy for Sheezy Jr. The fam is back in the bed. What's going on? Victor made it on the scene. He said, hey, Gaming Dad, back at it again with another great stream. Do you have a favorite VR game? Beat Saber. Beat Saber, man. is the GOAT. I could play Beat Saber, man, all and be dying to sweat. But it'll tell you, it's another one too. I gotta get two in. I don't even know the name of the next one. I gotta get it. One of my kids in my classroom on Friday, if their work is done about probably like around at noon, I will allow them to, in between their classes to play their systems, no matter Switch or whatever. So he brought his VR in, and so he let me play this boxing game. But it was like legit boxing though. I mean, I did one round and I was like, man, I'm tired, man. I was like, I had to sit down somewhere for a little while. But yeah, those are my two favorite VR games. I like the Star Wars with Darth Vader. That was pretty good too. But yeah, Beat Saber, man, that's my jam, man. And Netflix, watching Netflix on that bad boy is good too. But Vic, let me get you on the board, my brother. Tell your lovely wife we said hello. The man right here. There I go. Candy says, can I just get a free copy of Switch Sports since my Transformer seems to be lost in the mail? How about this here? Candy, this is what I'll do for you. I can't give you a free copy, but I can give you a $20 eShop card. That I would do for you. That I would do. So, but you have to wait. You probably have to wait till when the next time I'm going out to GameStop. Won't be until Saturday. That I will promise you. Because that's easy for me to just I think that'll work. I think that'll work. So at least you get half off. I can do that. It'll come down to Vic Oladipo on Lowry to go play Steph tight. Nah, I think Lowry I think he still might be. Is he still a little injured? I haven't seen him play in the playoffs yet. Jimmy Buckets can close. Jimmy Buckets is going to shut Klay down. I mean, Klay still going to get his shots, but it's going to be tough for Klay. I think on Steph. I don't think Lowry going to better hang with Steph, man. Oladipo, if Oladipo play like he played when he was in Orlando, says you have to contain Wiggins. Yeah, okay. Well, so but you know what? But Golden State, man, they got a bench, man. I would tell you, listen, man, I don't know. I don't see it. If Lowry was healthy, if he was 100%, then I'll be like, ooh, man, this is gonna be a good story. But I don't think he's 100% either. Beat Saber is one of the best games released in the past decade, maybe ever. God, I can't say ever, but it's good though. Beat Saber, boy, I can play that, man, all day. Beat Saber make you want to play and then go to sleep because you be tired when you're done. You get about 3 songs in, you done had your workout for the day. Gaming Dad, you mod your Beat Saber? No, I do not. I did, and now I have a much custom songs, and it's great. Oh, I bet you that is dope. Now listen, now that might be dope. Now listen, you might have taught me how to do that. I don't know. I mean, we've been playing on my son's VR. We haven't got one yet. That's on my Christmas list. But we play on my son's all the time. We're going in this hijack it. Look at Vic on the board twice. Shout out to Vic, man. Vic is on the board twice, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, low key, he probably will have his wife jump on, and then his wife jump on from Twitch as well. Mommy has Golden State beat in the paint, but Golden State has Miami beat behind the arc, right? Because see, all right. So now, listen, if I stretch your defense, you know what? I'm gonna pull that paint. You going to come out? You're gonna have to come out and deal with that. And now I think, you know what? Draymond is no slouch in the paint. Defensively, he's no slouch. I'm telling you. So I like Draymond. Draymond reminds me of like the old school Pistons. He reminds me of like old school Dennis Rodman before Dennis Rodman lost his mind. It says, will the new Sony subscription service be service to the people who had a PS4 for the last few years? Will the new subscription service be service to people? That's a good question. I think the new subscription service will be good if you really like the older games. If you really like the PS3, PS2, PS1 games, I think it's a worthy pickup. Those who just bought a PS5, I think you don't got no PS4 experience and no games, then this is an absolute gold mine for you. But PS4, it's kind of hard, man, because one is there's a lot of used games out there. So to own your own copy of the game and not have to be tied to a service is one thing. So they're like PS4 is like the middle stepchild right now. It's like, it's like, unless you really like the older games, it's okay. And so this is my whole issue with the PlayStation. And reason why I'm probably not going to upgrade is because, once again, it's tied to my TV. Until they figure out a way, listen, what right now, what separates the PlayStation from the Game Pass is that Game Pass comes with xCloud. And I can play that on my phone. I mean, I can mess around and play it on my Steam Deck if I feel like going that direction. I have more options, and you don't have those options on the the PlayStation service. And so, would it be great if they had like an Vita device to go along with the subscription? Absolutely. If Sony really, 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 really want to take it to Nintendo and to Xbox, they build a new handheld that will allow you to play your PS5 games on a downsized resolution, but on a better screen, and make it portable and tie their subscription service in it so you can be able to download those old games and take them with you. Then you give me options. Right now, this service it gives me an option to play some older games on my PS5 or PS4 or PS3, one of those older consoles that got to be tied to my TV. And you just don't have those options. You don't have those luxury options like you have on the on Game Pass or for the Switch. So I'm not gonna say will it be worth it. It's right now for me, because I own a lot of those games already. A lot of games they showed I own them. So it's not a big, I gotta have deal, So yeah, they're gonna be a step behind xCloud until they figure out a way to say, you know what, you can play this somewhere else besides having to play it on your PS4 and having to be evolved into their ecosystem. It says bless you, deal. All right, that'll work. So I will get that to you. Don't forget, if you can do me a favor, Candy, because I'm telling you, I know me, and I know how busy I am. Send me a message on Instagram, probably like around Friday, because I know I'll be there. I'm going to GameStop on Saturday because my daughter works right next door to GameStop, and she's gonna have to work, and I'll have to make sure she gets there, and I'll probably have to make sure I pick her up. So I know for sure I'll head that direction, and I'll get that card, and then as soon as I get it, I can just scrape it off and take a picture of it and send it to you. So please don't forget. All right. The ESOP card is going to hell with the statue. Might need CMG has a negotiator. That's funny. A bunch, not much. I will be willing to plus you can get cool mods. Okay. So I'll DM you. All right, bet that'll work. See, I knew Courtney was coming. She said, "Hi, gaming dad. When was the last time you found a game to be too difficult?" Dark Souls for the Dark Souls for the Switch. I felt like that game was like that game was like hard beyond belief. I was like, golly, man. Until somebody had to tell me like, "No, man, don't fight that guy yet. You can't." I'm like, I can't fight this guy, man. I just got so mad. I was like, I'm done. So yeah, so that first Dark Souls, the remaster that was on the Switch, I like playing it. It was just hard. I thought it was kind of difficult. Some things I had to figure out. Hold on, let me get Courtney on the board. Vic got a strategy. Vic like, listen. But Courtney can't win because she won last week. That is the rule. But Vic can win. Oh, Courtney's already on the board. She won last week. Let me erase her name. I do have her name on the board. Boop. All right, let me come back over here. All right, so we was on the 12th, was a Sunday. And we were talking about Xbox and Bethesda. That's definitely Redfall was the game I was looking for. There it is. I think this is gonna be I think it's gonna be a good showcase. Definitely the one I'm definitely gonna sit down and make sure I get to dig into. And I'm hoping Nintendo is like that next day or that Tuesday, which is the 14th, I think. Yeah, 14th. PC gaming show. You know what? I'm going to watch. I usually never watch because I'm not a PC gamer, so I never pay no attention to it. But since I do have a Steam Deck now, I will be making my way downtown. I'll be watching this go. So the PC gaming show is Sunday, June 12th, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The PC Gamers, apparently named PC Gaming Show, kicks off immediately after the Future marquee event. It is billed as a doubleheader with the Future Game Show, with promotions texting saying it kicks off exactly 24 hours later. So this is at 3 p.m. Okay, so this is right after Xbox's show on that Sundays. 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. So Sunday's gonna be a packed day. That's the day out. You're gonna want to sit back and relax and watch. Plenty to watch. Then we're hoping the 14th will be Nintendo. That's what we're hoping. So we're gonna plug Nintendo in. And then Thursday, June 16th, time to be announced, is Overwatch Showcase, which I think should be kind of interesting. Maybe we'll get some form of release date for Overwatch 2. But we'll see. And then we don't hear nothing else. Well, that's enough for that weekend. But of course, we're gonna talk about August the 12th, which is the THQ Nordic show, and I'm probably definitely gonna, if I can get some time, I'm probably gonna stream this one there. Because I think this is gonna be really interesting to see what do they have to offer. And then later on that same month in August, we have Gamescom overnight. This year's is flying right past. Right on past. So plenty to look forward to in the next couple months. It's really within the next month. It'll be plenty of news, and then August we'll have plenty of more. So for real, Candy. After I gave you that deal, you gonna agree with Gorilla Tactics? Oh, so this is what we doing now, huh? Coming against me? Okay. I keep it hostage, all right. I'm gonna have it on screen. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna make you wait until next Monday. How about that? Sorry, I won't do that to you. You had no faith in me. So hers, Sony services PS1 games are the inferior PAL version, similar to PS Classic. Ooh. I don't know for sure if that's true or not, but if so, I think they shooting themselves in the foot. Quick, fast, and hurt. I tell you, this is a service that I'm definitely going to sit back and wait for the reviews. I'm definitely going to wait for the reviews before I jump in. Did Xbox clap back at Kotaku today when they wrote an article criticizing Game Pass? Yeah, you know what? I have not read if they clap back or not, but best believe you might know before I know. But I would. Oh, there's my son Josh. He chimed in. He said I forgot to tune in. I don't. Hey, y'all forget about Daddy. Get Josh on board. Josh the Hedgehog. He love him some Sonic. All right. Let's go back. I thought this was funny. Ugly Sonic is slinging merch and new Chippendale film. That is crazy. Why they got that ugly? That is Ugly Sonic. That is really, really ugly. If that Sonic would have came out for the movie, I'm telling you, that movie would have got roasted because he looks hideous. Okay, but we'll get to that story in a second. I heard not all PS1 games get trophies. I don't think not from the start, at least. It's going to be some games that's not going to have trophies. So, you know what? Listen, I think in the rush to make money, they're putting these systems out here and they're doing things really rushed because they want to really get your money. To me, that is a bad recipe for business. If you rush and get things out there so quickly that you don't put out a quality service, people are not going to want to come back and give you their money if they know they get some trash. This was one of the reasons why Nintendo is having such a backlash, because they got to make sure that these games they're releasing, man, they work and they're not crashing and destroying people's games, which is, Nintendo being stupid. But like Sony is going to take that same route because they rather help get that money rolling in to satisfy their stockholders. I'm sorry, good people. I got to take my socks off. Whew, that fits so much better. Oh, you know what? I'm glad Candy brought this up. It said Cuphead is hard but addictive at the same time. Yeah. See, Cuphead is a different type of hard. I grew up on that kind of hard, so that don't bother me. Like, if you play like early early NES Mega Man, then you know what hard games is. You play games where like you play Ghouls and Ghosts, Ghosts and Goblins, and you play that, man, and you know what hard is when you only get to hit. You don't get you get 3 hits. That's it. You know what? You got to escape through for 3 hits. And those games trained you for these hard games. It's just that, I feel like Dark Souls was like overly beat me down. It's like I couldn't figure it out. It just made me mad. But you're right. Cuphead is a different type of hard. Vic says, do you think Sony is done with the PSP/Vita? Or could we see a new one in the future? I believe we're going to see one in the future. And these are my reasons why. Every company sit back and watch. If you think they say, well, we just want the most powerful system. Yes, they do. However, they're watching Nintendo make all of this money on a system that's small and hybrid. Don't think Sony just sat back and said, you know what? We're just conceding the West. Don't think they just liked just giving up their position over in Japan, their home country, when it comes to video games. They're not liking that. The Nintendo is just flat out dominating them over there. But they're seeing that, these devices, these Steam Deck-like devices, you know what, produce these wonderful games and these wonderful graphics, and this portable. They're not just tied to their TV. And that is they're either gonna have to shift gears and understand that this is the new norm and they need to jump aboard, or they're gonna get ran out of it. Like Xbox is gonna have to figure it out. I mean, Xbox has figured it out to a certain degree because they're putting things on phones. However, if they had their own dedicated device, you know what? I think things will be different. Even if Candy has that what is Microsoft's phone name? Candy has, I think. And I think that's a great little device. Like that's how Sony needs to do it. And I think Sony is heading that direction where they can have things in the cloud that can be played on multiple devices, because they know that, hey, once I get it rolling and I guess somebody can play it on a phone, then it opens their ecosystem up to more people buying their games. The question is how they make that happen. So I don't think they're done. I think it's either going to transition to some form of mobile device, because Sony still makes phones. They've made some great phones that really compete in the camera industry. Let's see if they can switch that down and create a phone that can give you that same experience as a Vita, which would be dope. And I think they have the tools to make that happen. A phone that gives you that PS5/Vita type of experience. If they had a phone that gave you PS4 type graphics, and at that standpoint, all they have to do is build a shell that where you can plug your phone in, and now you have a portable PSP with internet service. Now that is something special. Great question. Do you see any flaws with the Steam Deck? I think button placement is an issue. I find myself playing certain games and hitting that little button at the top of the. It's like a little option button. I find myself hitting that button a lot more often. The Steam Deck has quite a few flaws, but not enough to say I can't recommend it. There's not enough flaws where I can say, like, hey man, this is probably the best piece of tech to come out since the Switch. It is. Right now, currently, it's the best piece of tech I think video game wise you can have. Better than the PS5. If I had a choice between the PS5, Xbox Series X, and a Steam Deck, you give me a Steam Deck all day, every day. What I think the Steam Deck needs to fix. I think they need to fix the conversion. How it looks going from the dock to the TV. I think it's not as good as it should be to be a mobile PC. I think the buttons, the Steam control buttons, I don't like how they're smushed in. They need to be a lot more tactile. I think they need to move that option button, because I find myself, as I'm playing, running too much into it it's causing issues in games where I'm constantly, not constantly, but like I said, I hit that button enough to notice that, hey, I don't like it there. I think that's a better way of putting it. It gets a little too hot. I think even though it's not a heat, it's not like a heat that you can't stand, or it just throws you off completely. But they gotta find somewhere, I think, to cool it down and dispense that heat a little better. I think if they solve the battery issue, if they just solve the battery issue, it makes it so much more of a better experience. I think that's to me, that's huge. If anything, if I say, well, if one thing I have to solve with the Steam Deck, I would want solved is the battery. Everything else I can deal with. I think another major thing they have to solve, if they want this machine to be adopted more mainstream, they're going to have to figure out a system somehow, some way to make more games playable out of the gate. They have done a great job of getting an update, but I think, saying from day one, the average consumer who does have no PC knowledge is not going to search and try to figure out why games work. They want it to work just like that. And once Steam Deck figures that out, then they have a true Switch competitor. Right now, it's not a Switch competitor. I don't think it's now. You trying to compete with Switch, but is it a better unit than the Switch? Performance wise, hands down. Design wise, no. I think design wise, the Switch is, to me, it's still a better unit because I'm able to adapt and switch out to make it fit my style compared to the Steam Deck just being, it's big, it's going to get warm, but it's going to give you a lot more options performance wise that the Switch just can't nowhere close to a match. So, yeah, fix the where the games can, a lot more games can be ready day one. Encourage more studios that are making new games to make a Steam Deck Pacific version so they can be out the gate, certified to play on the Steam Deck. They got some things button wise to switch around, but besides that, I mean, I would still recommend that people pick it up. It's an easy. Hey, you can pick it up. My son came home from college. Well, he's not in college no more. But he came home from Michigan because he works in Michigan now. And he came home because on Sunday I DJ'd my nephew's wedding, and so he came home and this was his first time playing with the Steam Deck, and he's like me, he got one on pre-order, waiting to get in. But him playing Madden was like, oh man, this is what I need. This is something I can get me a couple quarters in right here. He works for Marriott and he works for Hilton. And he does a lot of work for dealing with their auditing and things of that nature. And but a lot of times he's waiting for the computer to run and do their thing, and sometimes it might be 15, 20 minutes where he's not doing anything. And right now he's been running through Switch games, but he told me this weekend that he would love a Steam Deck for the reasons why I love my Steam Deck is to play sports games, to play the 2K, to play the Madden. It's been my goal. Those games, I play those games, and then I'm playing Shadow of Mordor, and I'll get in some playtime with that. But it's you can't beat it, man. Just can't beat it. So I know I spent a lot of time talking about this, but I think overall, I get excited about the Steam Deck of what it's been offering me as a gamer lately. Great questions, man. Vic always come through, man, with the questions. He said, I may be a filthy pirate, but I paid $100 for a sealed copy of Astral Chain just to have it. My goodness. Not a sealed copy. Damn, you should have told me that, man. I probably, this past Christmas, I probably got you a sealed copy from GameStop. We had one, too. Hey, $100. It's all love, gaming dad. If Sony makes it handheld, it needs to be scalable like the Xbox Series S, i.e. same on PS5. Agreed. If they can figure that out, I think that is the route, Basil YT. That is the route to really, really change the game. If they decide to make that happen, it has to be scalable. And once they make it scalable, buddy, it puts them into a whole different bracket because a lot more people would be willing to jump on. You'll have a lot more kids just want a PS5 on the go or PS5 Go. What a name. PS5 Go. Oh man, you talking about sign me up day one. Take my money day one. Why does Ugly Sonic look like He got a dead bod. He like he got a dead bod and Down syndrome at the same time. Why they make his eyes so far apart? Crazy. He says Back for Blood a good co-op game. Yeah, I didn't buy it, but working at GameStop, it gives me the ability to check out games. That's a one perk by working at GameStop that I absolutely love. Is that when games come in, you can sign games out and take them home, play them as much as you want to, and then bring them back. You know what? You can't beat that. You can, like, if a game, say for instance, like it was time like when Pokemon came out. You know what? And it was coming out like they have it, like they was ready to have it in store to sell the next day. But if you worked that night before, you could check that game out, and the night before you can go home and play. Oh man, okay, that's one perk. They don't pay you nothing at GameStop, but that was a perk I did enjoy. But yes, Back for Blood was good. I definitely enjoyed it. I now played it with me and my daughter played it. It was pretty good. Vic says, do you think Sony and Xbox will run out of free games to give out every month? Oh. That's a good question, man. Will they run out? I think before they run out, they'll probably scale back on the amount of games they give out. Well, they haven't run out now. You know, Xbox been doing, you know, the good thing about Xbox, you know, and how Xbox does it is that, you know, they can have a game that comes out and then and push that game, and then all of a sudden they can take the game away, and then years later they bring it back. So they can do this recycling process. So I don't think so. I just think, you know what, they're gonna run out of the amount of good games. I think that's gonna be their issue. And I think that's the reason why, you know, especially Sony is really trying to push this subscription service. They can kind of really phase it out quietly, which would be smart for them. Sony swap is going to happen. You talking about the PS5? I think it would be great. I think it would be great if that happened. I will be all in favor of supporting that. The Surface Duo. That's right. That's the name of it. The Surface Duo. All right. Sea of Thieves is also a great game. Make you feel like you're a pirate on the Caribbean. You know what? I never played Sea of Thieves, but I am curious one day to check it out. It's not my cup of tea right now. So many other games that distract you from digging in. So Surface Duo, I have the old generation, but it does the job plus a few other things. Okay, see that. I just like the design of it. I think that was, to me, it didn't get enough press, but the design of that Surface Duo was like A1. Steve says someone finessed you on the ascertain. Walmart is selling it for $50. I know, man. $100? Talk to you. Well, you know, it's probably $100 anyway over there in Canada. Oh, Canada. Hey, you know, speaking of that, man, Grid Tactics, man, you okay over there? I know they had some pretty big storms over there. I did check that out on the news. You was the first person to come to mind because you don't even one of my friends is from Canada. Oh, Canada. Grid Tactics, there ain't any physical copies in Ontario that's within the city of Toronto with gas prices over $2 a liter. God almighty. I wasn't going to drive over an hour outside of the city to pick it up. Ooh-wee. To pick up a copy, rather. Yeah, man. Listen, this gas, man, is crazy, man. And you know what? Over here, I don't know if it's the national gas. I think the national gas tax they suspended is getting ready to. I think it's here. It might just be Georgia. One of the gas taxes getting ready. They've held back is getting ready to expire the 1st of June. So I would advise you to fill your car up before that gas explode on you. So Candy says Nintendo has kind of set the standard for hybrid gaming. It will be difficult for any other platform to make a handheld going further that doesn't hook up to the television as well. Yeah. And you know what? Just like with the Wii, you know what? Companies see what Nintendo does and they try their best to emulate it. And I agree with you. Sony's going to have to figure out something which would be smart for them to have a handheld that was strictly digital. I don't think they can get away with something on a cartridge. It need to be a system that's strictly digital that you can add some form of storage to it, that you can plug that storage in, where they can be able to download the same games that you have on your PS5, can download to the system, and then it has that cross save feature. And then it makes sure that every game, no matter if it's third party or not, has that ability to go back and forth between the PS5, and it all syncs to your save syncs to the cloud. That's a winner. That's a winner out the gate. I don't know who's not talking to them. I think they just scared because they felt like, you know what, they made a decision to give up on the Vita too early, and they didn't market it very well later in this years to really get the full benefit out of it. So I don't know. It's plenty of money to be made. I can vouch for Black 4 Blood as well. We've really had a lot of fun with it. I've never expected to be as fun as it was. Yeah, I same thing. Agree. I think I'm kind of mad I didn't buy it. You know, that's one thing about it. You have the option, like, you know, if you really like the game, I could have bought it when I was at GameStop, but I didn't. But I had crazy fun with it. Left 4 Dead 3, Val can't count past 2. You're right. Astral Chain was and is a classic. Very, very underrated game. If you have not played Astral Chain, you owe it to yourself. If you find out somewhere on sale or used, man, you pick that one up. Easy suggestion. All right, but let's get. I know we kind of went off course for a hot second. It says Ugly Sonic is slinging merch in new Chippendales film. See, he not even in a Sonic film. He in like in a Chippendales film, which is crazy. Uh-oh. I think Steve M gave me the deal that if you have not seen Sonic, I think he says it's coming to, I think, Paramount Plus tomorrow. You can stream it from somewhere tomorrow. I don't know. I'm not for sure where you can stream it from, but be on the lookout. Sonic was a good movie. Definitely entertaining. Vic says, I can see Sony and Xbox both making their services apps on other platforms so you can access their exclusives. You know what? One of the articles I'm gonna pull up is it talks about how Sony is trying to bring their PS network to the PC, which I think is smart. If they're really smart, they should be paying attention to what Steam Deck is doing and have an app ready for the Steam Deck. You know, the Steam Deck will be all in favor to accept that app in real quick. It'll get more people to want to buy their system. I think that would be dope. Yeah, so they'd be a fool not to. Too much money they just leave it on the table. Scared money don't make money. I'm not a hybrid gaming fan. I still like my home console experience and handheld experience. I know I have a Steam Deck, but my PC and Steam Deck have completely different games installed. That's interesting. That is interesting. My thing with that, and even with my Switch, one thing is that there's certain games on my Switch that I just prefer to play in handheld mode, and then there's certain games that I like both. Like, I don't care which way I play it, and then there's some games I'm like, man, I'm strictly, at dock mode. And it's like I've been like that all ever since day one of my Switch. And I agree with you totally. There are certain games that, like, for me, it's like I love playing Madden in handheld, but I would like to say, you know what? Let me put my system down, dock it, and let me play the rest of it and have it look good on my TV. My issue is it don't look as good on my TV as it does in dock mode. So I run into that. That's the issue I run with my Steam Deck. But you're right. It's like there are certain games that I purchase strictly because I have a Steam Deck. Like, true enough, I could buy God of War on my Steam Deck and play it and probably have a good time, but I prefer God of War on my TV, especially that God of War. You know, I wish Sony had the original 3 God of Wars on Steam. Oh. Give me that today. I would pay top dollar for that. Give me God of War 1, 2, and 3 on the PC. I would pay for that right now. I digress. Like, I am nostalgic that the PSP DS era, I've been playing them a lot lately. Great consoles, great experience with lower budget games. Yeah, especially the PSP, man. I think people misunderstand how good of a system the PSP was. You know what? And not just the PSP, but the PSP, and I really, really love the PSP Go. I just think that experience and be able to take that system and flip it up and have those controls right there at the palm of my hand was like, it was great, man. I used to play Madden on my PSP Go consistently at work. It was small. I can just pull it out real quick and get me a game in. I love that. I love it. Candy says, my Switch dock is still in the box. I never play it docked. I use my son's dock for Ring Fit. I listen. I get that, but once you get Switch Sports, you might want to pull your dock out. That Switch Sports is serious, man. It's real. I love it. Even online, it's super competitive. Super competitive. That's one thing that has probably shocked me the most, is how competitive I've got with this game. Whew. All right, I just wanted to show this ugly Sonic. It's not a whole lot of news, but it's some news that I definitely want to say. It says 5 new Steam games you probably missed out on. Hold on. I think I want to see the videos. Okay, well, I guess it ain't gonna show me. All right, there we go. All right, I'm not gonna play the audio, because a lot of times when you play the audio, they have music with it, and if it has music, then you really can't. I can't really share the music. So this was Dread X Collection 5. I won't play a lot of it. I don't know. I look like I want to pass on this one. You can look at the game immediately like, that. Okay, I guess what, another to add to the question Vic asked earlier about weaknesses in the Steam Deck is that there's so many more games. Like, you think the Switch had a lot of games, but there's so many more Steam games that you really don't know what you're jumping into, and you really got to kind of like do your research and find out which games is worth looking at. And those are the issues I run into with the Steam Deck. Like, if I'm not in that ecosystem, I just don't know, what system. So I looked at this this particular title, and I was like, oh, okay, there might be some games I might check it out. But I figured I'd share with you guys, but I didn't see nothing. I was like, ooh man, I gotta really, really pick up this game. Nope. But they get this one game that I'm gonna talk about that sold 500,000 copies already in the first 3 days, and it looks like a. It reminds me of, what can I say it? Hades. So I don't. This next game here is I think Reclusive Ruin. Once again, I mean, I don't mean to be a hater, but you know what? I don't know if this game is for me. But it's only $13 American. Yeah, see, once again, another game. Maybe it's just me. I be needing some action. All right, let's see what's Dreadcraft. What they look like. Okay, we got a lot of CG. All right, so it's got a third person. Top down. Steam buffering bad for anyone in my internet just trash. So I see a lot of CG, but you know, I don't know if this is like, is this more gameplay? This look like the main gameplay here, this top down view. And if she did that in real life, she'd have broke her ankles. All right, so Dreadcraft looks like something that I might look at. All right, let's look at internal threads, and then we'll get back. Oh, this looks like an old psychedelic game. Get you in there feeling like you crazy. All right, enough of this. All right, let's go to the. I wanted to attack that one game. Where's it at? Let's see. All right. We'll look at this. Tell you, man, my son, if he gonna call me, he'll make sure he call me on Monday night. He'll call me no other time. He call me on Monday night when I'm streaming, and he know. Hello, Tyler. What's going on, buddy? Tyler. What's going on, buddy? No, I said, what's going on, buddy? Hmm. Okay. Well, listen. You know, Daddy. This is Monday night. Daddy's streaming. You say hi. You can say hi to everybody. Daddy will call you as soon as it's over. I probably got about another half an hour, 45 minutes. All right, love you. Bye bye. All right, good people. PlayStation Days of Play Sale event has been revealed for 2022. PlayStation Days of Play event is set to happen again in 2022. The annual event that normally brings sales of first-party games, accessories, PlayStation Plus subs, as well as the occasional special release console/controller, is back for another year. It says Willis is, what is that? Willis? Well, no, I can't read. It hasn't been officially announced yet. We can confirm that the dates are taking place from May 25th, which is in a couple of days, which I think Wednesday, until June 8th, which means that it's literally starting this Thursday here in Australia. Well, we're not here in America. You know, if it starts on that date, it's in 2 days. So that's what? Tomorrow's the 24th. 25th is Tuesday. He says Thursday. All right, I digress. We'll bring you more information once PlayStation has officially announced it. Okay, I've never been or participated in PlayStation Day of Plays. Have y'all? I haven't. But it starts this week, so be on the lookout. Boop. Sony may soon bring PlayStation Network to your gaming PC. PlayStation is slowly but surely cementing itself a place in the gaming PC market, with the company enjoying commercial and critical success via Windows ports and its laud console exclusives such as Horizon Zero Dawn and God of War. Now it appears that Sony may be planning to bolster its recently crowned PlayStation PC brand by bringing its PlayStation Network platform along for the ride. While we don't yet know how PlayStation Network will work on a gaming PC, a recent job listing makes it clear Sony intentions to make it happen at the same time. The company is looking for someone to lead and evolve the PlayStation game experience roadmap for all game-related experiences, including PlayStation Network platform integration via DualShockers. She said, our best guess is as to how PlayStation Network will manifest on PC is that will likely closely mirror the Xbox app, acting as both a storefront and portal to the gaming streaming device services containing within the soon-to-be revamped PlayStation Plus membership. With Summer Games Fest on the horizon, we should hopefully not have to wait that much longer to find out. I think this will be good for Sony. They need to really, really make that happen. He says, since mine is buffering a lot too. Stream is buffering bad. Okay. Let's see. All right, let's see, good people. Let me see if I can switch. I'm hoping that might have done it better. But you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. I have not had these issues in a long time. But today was that day. He said, look here, Bazard Mendez. Nobody is trying to make Twitch accounts tonight. I don't know. Maybe next week if this buffering keeps acting up. But listen, I switched it, so I'm hoping that that solves it. But if it doesn't solve it, let me know. I'll try something else. I got one other thing I can do up my sleeve. All right. This is Kelowna Fantasy Revere Series. Switch file size is 8 gigabytes, and the collection trying to target 60 frames per second. I heard this game. You know what? They say this game is good. I'm gonna, this one of them games. I'm gonna wait for the reviews before I jump in. It might be one of them games I wait until Christmas time. Ha! I got you. So I'm gonna thank Chris Mendez for don't forget to hit that follow button if you're on Twitch. Got you. All right, I'm out for the evening. Have a good one, everyone. All right, my friend. You have a good night. Let's see. All right, we got 21 people on the board tonight. 21 spots. All right. Let me know if it's still buffering. Going to my Reggie. Now check this out. Spider-Man came from Xbox turning down a game deal with Marvel. Woo-wee. Whoever was in charge of saying no to that deal, boy, they should be fired. All that money they left. Microsoft apparently passed on the opportunity to work with Marvel to make games based on the superhero franchise characters, which led to Marvel Spider-Man from PlayStation, according to a book excerpt. The Super Rare Mixtape is an old school indie game collection with modern aspiration. Okay, we'll talk about that. He says, as spotted on Reset Era, last year, The Ultimate History of Video Games, Volume 2 by Steve L. Kent has interviews and information about Marvel's approaching the likes of Microsoft, Sony, and Activision in 2014 about making games based on superheroes. The book has quotes and information from Jay Ong, who's been working at Marvel Games since 2014. According to the book, he was looking for a publishing partner that he had both the talent and the funds for Marvel's intellectual properties. Woo-wee. Look, I tell you this much. Whoever is that Xbox who made that decision, please fire them, because I knew that's a gang of money they turned down right there. A gang of money. V Rising sells over 500,000 units in 3 days of early access, top Steam's charts. Has anybody with a PC, have they played this game? I've seen some like I'm not gonna read all of this here, but it looks good. You know, I saw him going in and transforming and things of that nature. But it looks like Hades to me with a Dracula spin. But it looks fun. Probably one of them games that I would probably definitely, I might pick up to add a little flavor to my Steam Deck. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie has now surpassed 375 million globally. That's crazy. That is crazy. It says the original Sonic the Hedgehog movie earned 306 million globally, which puts the sequel more than 55 million ahead of its predecessor. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 has earned 181 million in the United States and 194 million internationally. As you may be aware, this is the last weekend before Sonic the Hedgehog hits Paramount Plus. There it is. And Epic broadcast channels. All right, so it's coming free to Paramount Plus, and I believe we have. I think we might have Paramount Plus and Epic broadcast channels. Sonic's fan site, Sonic Stadium, believes that the movie will end up with a total global box office sales of 390 million. Shout out to Sonic and the crew. See, I might try that game out. You talking about which one, Sonic or because this is just talking about the movie. Hey, real quick, man, how is it still buffering? Let me know. I hope Sony doesn't stop bringing their games to Steam. Without them being on the Steam, it'll be a pain to play their games on the Steam. No, don't worry, you'll find the right emulator. But yeah, I hope they. You know what? To be honest, I hope they do too. Because like whenever they drop that that Uncharted, it's there. I'm probably gonna play full price for that game, hands down. Plus, the last thing we need on PC is another broken store. Like Microsoft. God almighty. Shout out to Microsoft. All that they do. All right. Japanese sales charts from May 9th to the 15th. Nintendo Switch Sports takes top spot. Man, listen, tell you, this game is good. If you don't have this game, you tripping. All right, let's look at this real quick. Like Nintendo Switch Sports is number one with 47,525. Kirby is in second, creeping up on that 1 million. Mario Kart 8, God almighty, boy. With another, who in Japan don't have Mario Kart 8? eBaseball, Powerful Pro Baseball. I need to look at some reviews for that. I wonder how good it is. Microsoft, Minecraft. I'm assuming this is Minecraft. This says Microsoft. Oh no, it says Minecraft. I'm sorry. Let's see. Animal Crossings out of the top 10. Ooh, but still, I mean, 7.5 million. Splatoon 2, 4 million. Monster Hunter Rise. What? Monster Hunter Rise only sold 50. That to me, that's shocking. Look at Monster Hunter Rise at number 21. I said Monster Hunter Rise, best price. What is that? Oh, best price, but still only 55,000. You would think a game like that is sold more. 3D World has sold 1 million in Japan. Gran Turismo 7, number 28. I bet you that game is underperformed because it's only 100,000 in Japan. I don't know what is Sony going to do, man. They're not selling. It's not selling. Time to break out that final trick up your sleeve. The stream is buffering so bad. I'm about to name it Michael Buffer. Oh man, this all right. This is the last thing I can do. Let's see. That's bad. Let me see. I'm gonna check a look. I done switched it up, and maybe that's all I need. Mm-mm-mm. 3 days of early access, top Steam's charts. Has anybody? All right. I'm gonna let you. You might have. I guess it was Don Matrix. Yeah, it's buffering bad. All right, Goopy, listen. I don't know why it's buffering like that. It shouldn't be, but I'm gonna get on the wheel and go ahead and wrap it up for this evening because I want to keep y'all on here if it's gonna be poor quality. Yeah, it's buffering bad. All right, it is what it is. Good people, you know how we do around this time. If your name get picked, you get that Peter Griffin. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and get that first spin going on. All right, I switched to a different network and hoping that network keeps me solid. But if not, you know what? Just wait to the end and find out who wins. Steve M was the first person off the board. Please get Stimmy's horn. You are out of here. Steve M is removed. We'll keep the bar there going. Who get the horn tonight? And it will be Cool Breezy. Taking it easy. For Sheezy. Excuse me. Well, I'm going to turn it. Dave is out of here. Peace out, Dave. You are out of here. Let me know if it's gotten better. But if not, you know what? I'm just going to keep going through the names. You know what? We had a very interesting night with the technical problems. It just keeps on going. And the next one is Mediocre Gamers. He is out of here. We'll keep the ball rolling. Up next to Catch the Flex, it will be Samantha. Oh, I'm so sorry that you're out of here. Thanks for coming out and peeking in on me. I appreciate you all that you do.